Hi there. Today I'm going to demonstrate an interview between a human candidate as well as an AI driven humanoid. The candidate wants to be interviewed for the position of an accountant. So let's start.
Hello, candidate. Please introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about your background.
My name is Mark. I am living in Cape Town. I am a chartered accountant by profession. I was born in Namibia. I am married and have a child. My hobbies include tennis and sailing.
Great, so you're an accountant and you're from Namibia. What brought you to Cape Town?
I went on vacation to Cape Town when I was a child. I always enjoyed Cape Town, as a result of which I've decided to study at the University of Cape Town.
That's really cool. Why did you choose to study at the University of Cape Town?
Since I wanted to become a chartered accountant, I believed that the University of Cape Town was one of the leading universities in that field in South Africa.
Please describe your educational background and qualifications in detail.
I hold a Bachelor of Commerce degree in both financial accounting as well as information technology. In addition to which, I hold postgraduate degrees in both of these disciplines, as well as the postgraduate diploma of accounting, the CIMA qualification, and I've also passed the board exam to be admitted as a chartered accountant.
That's amazing. What made you decide to study both accounting and information technology?
Well, I think there's a close relationship between information technology and financial reporting. I believe you need to understand both of these fields to be effective as a chartered accountant.
I completely agree. Can you tell me a little bit more about why you think financial reporting is so important for those in the IT field?
Well, people who work in the IT field need to understand financial reporting and also need to understand what is required from an accountant's perspective in order to make timely, accurate decisions.
Please describe your employment history in greater detail.
I did my articles at Arthur Andersen in Johannesburg. Now I am a group senior executive director for strategic projects.
That's amazing. What made you decide to pursue a career in accounting?
I was always very good with numbers. As a child already, I invested in shares on the stock exchange. So I thought accounting would be the right field to go into.
That's really interesting. Can you tell me more about your experience with investing in stocks?
I am a hobby investor. I invested for many years in a number of stock on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, later on international stock exchanges. These days, I also play around with CFDs.
What made you decide to leave your previous job?
I have not left my previous job yet. I am engaging in this interview to see if I can get a job with you.
Great. When do you anticipate making a decision about your current job?
Well, that depends, obviously, if you like me to start off with, and secondly, if I also can understand more about the job opportunities that you are offering.
It's great that you are interested in learning more about the job opportunities. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you are looking for in a job?
Well, for this job as an accountant, I would be looking forward to challenges, especially in the mergers and acquisition field, and also to assist the company with proper financial reporting.
What are some examples of times when you have utilized your teamwork skills?
Some examples of times when you have utilized your teamwork skills would include working on a group project for school, being part of a sports team, or volunteering for a charity with a group of friends.
Great answer. Can you give me an example of a time when you had to use your teamwork skills in order to complete a project?
On my current team at work, we are constantly working on projects together. For example, we just completed a project where we had to come up with a new way to do something that have never been done before. We brainstormed together, came up with a plan, and then executed it. It was a great team effort, and we were all very proud of the final product.
That sounds like a great team to be a part of. What kind of things do you all like to do together outside of work?
Well, our outside activities probably consist of a few good dinners and a few good drinks.
How do you prefer to work? Do you like to work independently or as part of a team?
Well, that depends a bit on the project. If you have to move fast, it's often better to work independently. However, if you want to work on very big, important projects where maybe deadlines are not that important, it is better to work in a larger team to get the input of everybody. It depends on the situation.
I'm glad you said that it depends on the situation, because I was wondering if there was a general rule of thumb for when it is better to work independently or in a team.
Well, as I said, that depends on the nature of the project. Some projects require you to work very, very fast. If you know what you're doing, it's good to work independently, but obviously it comes with its advantages and disadvantages. In general, I suppose it would be better to work in a team.
Great answer. Can you give an example of a project where you had to work very fast?
Projects where I had to work very fast probably included problems, current acute problems that needed to be solved very fast.
What are the names of some people who would be willing to vouch for you?
Some people who would be willing to vouch for me are my friends, family, and colleagues.
Is there anything else you would like to add before we close off?
Thank you very much for your time. It was very interesting to test this AI interview tool.
Thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it. We will be in touch shortly to let you know our decision. Have a great day.
Thank you. Goodbye. All right, here you can now view the complete transcript that is being emailed. So the conclusion was that the candidate has a lot of experience in accounting and information technology. He is currently an executive director for strategic projects at a healthcare company. He's married and has a child. He is a team player and is interested in helping the company with proper financial reporting. I would employ this candidate. That's the conclusion. And then you do have the full transcript here.